So who here knows the exact moment I became a hypnotist? Most would believe that it was the moment I became certified. Do you know how many people go through the entire certification program and never once practice hypnosis? Right? I became a hypnotist the moment I believed I was a hypnotist. The moment I could say out loud, I am a hypnotist. No, I had to take all the courses to learn the skill and become certified. And you know what? I still continue to do that today. But isn't that what any good hypnotist would do? And this led me to wonder, just when would a writer become a writer? Is it after they publish their first book? If so, who wrote the book that needs to be published? And when would a weight trainer become a weight trainer? Is it after they've achieved lifting a certain amount of weight? Or is it once they begin to lift more weight? And when would a speaker become a speaker? Is it the moment that they step out on stage and begin to speak publicly? If this is true, who applied for the opportunity to speak? Now, I could go on and on with a lot more examples, but I'm sure you all get the idea. Every one of these people had to step into that role in order to move in the direction of their dream. The writer had to become a writer. The trainer became a trainer. The speaker became a speaker. Now, all of these people did have to get training, and every one of them had to reach out to somebody, some way, somehow, to get the help they needed. But once they did, they crossed over from wanting to be to being. That bridge from knowing a skill and actively practicing that skill is your belief in yourself. Now, I wonder how many of you here have aspired to achieve a role, yet never fully stepped into that person who could achieve it. Have you asked yourself why? I'm sure right now a lot of the old memories and excuses are coming to mind. I would have because, I couldn't because. Even, how dare you call it an excuse? My struggle is real. Well, I want you to know that I do know that that struggle is real, and that is why I'm here to help you today. So let's begin with a couple of the obstacles that most of us face in the beginning. The first couple would be self-doubt and fear. Now, those are really the same emotion, because when we doubt ourselves, we fear that we'll never be good enough. We fear that we fear failure. The next couple obstacles would be time and money. Anybody worry about those things? Why would you be willing to invest in yourself if you're doubting yourself? A person who is not paying for the help that they need to become the person they wish to become doubts that they'll ever become. And I'm not talking about just money here. This is where the time factors in. If you are not doing the work, if you are not showing up, putting in the time, if you're procrastinating, you have self-doubt. And the worst thing is that the more we refuse to invest in ourselves, the louder that self-doubt becomes. Now, we could go over and over all the obstacles that keep us from crossing that bridge, from knowing our skill to actively practicing it. Or we could take this time and focus on the one thing that prevents us from crossing that bridge in the first place, and that is self-doubt. Actually, no matter how far across the bridge you come and how many obstacles you've gotten around, the moment you begin to doubt yourself, it's game over. At least time out. So let's begin to create a magical space where creating comes easy. So I'm going to ask you all to relax. And you at home, you might want to make sure you're not driving or doing anything that deserves your full attention. I know I got your attention here. So let's begin to create this magical space where creating becomes easy. All we need is a few moments and our imaginations. Let's begin by relaxing down and making ourselves more comfortable. I need to tell you that closing your eyes will relax you down further and you'll find more comfort. So anytime you are ready for more comfort, go ahead and close the eyes right now. That's right. Relax deeply now, moving in closer to that magical space where creating comes easy. What would it be like for you if each shallow breath led you deeper into comfort? Would you focus all your awareness on the breath and allow it to lead you down deeper? Take a moment right now to notice yourself, that with each breath, comfort grows. Now thinking back on our journeys, we can realize that none of our journeys began at the bridge. Life, circumstances had led you down the path even further. The path may have been very short or very long. It really doesn't matter at this time. Most of our paths have had some rocky road that is hard to travel, along with some smooth sailing. Although the rocky road was hard to travel, you did continue to move further down the path. When it was smooth sailing, maybe you chose to relax more and enjoy the journey this path has led you down. Now it is not necessary to remember just how rocky or just how smooth the path unfolded. It is only necessary to notice how far down the path you have already traveled. At some point in the path, it will seem like it was a long way ahead. But if you look back, you can see just how far you have come. It is in moments like this that it feels like it has taken a long time. But it seems just like yesterday at the same time. I'm sure you have all experienced that before. Now find yourself on the part of the path where you discover the one thing you desire to do or be. It matters not if you move forward or backwards. Just for a moment, think back to all the excitement you felt when you had aspired to achieve a dream. I know, this isn't just any dream. This is your dream. It really doesn't matter what it is you dream about, only that you dreamt it. Can you feel the anticipation that grew that day you aspired to follow that dream? That's right. Give yourself a few moments now to go back to that place and time you aspired to achieve a dream. Feel the excitement brewing as if you are having this idea for the very first time. For some, you became so eager you couldn't wait to tell all your family and friends. Some of you may have decided to quietly research, while others just knew this dream was too big to share. It is not necessary to go back to the plan you had started to design. None of that matters right now. You have grown into a new person since then, and you have new ideas. We will get to those new ideas a little later on. Right now, we are just focusing on the dream you aspire to achieve. Did you know that because you dared to dream this dream, that this dream is yours to achieve? That's right. Because you dreamt it, you can achieve it. How do I know this? Is it not true that everything we have and will ever experience was once a thought or dream? Think about everything that surrounds you right now and remove anything that was not first a thought or a dream. Everything can be traced back to a person who once dreamt it. Now let's pretend this dream is fresh and new, because for some of you, it is. Some of you here today will aspire to achieve a new dream, while the others continue to build on the dream they had begun to dream some time ago. Sometimes it is as little as one thought building on top of another. So if your dream feels small right now, that is okay. In time, the whole idea will come into focus. Just suppose that while these ideas are bubbling up to the surface, you are able to ignore that inner critic. Ignore that critic to the point that it just wants to disappear, and you let it. Because you allowed the critic to disappear, so now you can fill this space with something different. I wonder, what would you choose to fill this empty space with? The choice is yours. I know that feeling to choose bravery, to feel happier, even excited, because right now we're safe to do that. Know that this space is a safe space to allow new ideas to grow. Relax now down further, knowing it is safe here to feel more confident and excited about whatever has bubbled up from deep down inside. It is not necessary to go deep into trance to learn that because we aspire to dream, we have what it takes to achieve the dream. You may need to dig deep down inside, or it could be right there, floating on the surface, just waiting to be explored. Only you know how deep you need to go in this moment. It could be that you are not ready to relax down further and explore the possibility of achieving your desired goal. And that is okay. You can choose to delve into this space a little later when you are more prepared to relax down further. Now you may go deeper down just by focusing on my voice. Deeper and deeper down into this quiet space where all dreams come true. Begin to imagine all the qualities the person who would achieve your goal would have. Go ahead now and make a mental note of each quality you believe this person must have to move forward with your dream. Now begin to list these qualities in the order of importance in the mind's eye. 1, being the most important, and working your way all the way down the list and stop at the least important. Nod your head when you have it. Now work your way down the list, checking off each quality you already possess. That's right. When you review this list, you will find some of the qualities you already possess. Now list these qualities in the order of importance, beginning with the most important and moving all the way down to the least important. Now go back to the list you made of qualities you already possess Remember, you listed them in the order of importance. Take these qualities and assign them to a character, just like building an avatar. Be sure not to leave anything out. This avatar is to be made as strong as possible with the qualities you already have to offer. Now allow this character to move confidently further down the path. Focus your attention on how strong this character is with the qualities it already has. I know you want to send all the encouragement it needs to continue moving further down. With this encouragement, it becomes stronger and a little braver, and it shows. And what will you notice as it becomes stronger and braver? It is all up to you as you build this character. Will it walk a little taller? Will it have an air of confidence around it? Just how does your encouragement help this character become? That's right. Moving even further down the path, feeling even stronger than before. I wonder, what does this path look like for you? Is it lush green grass? Or has the path been worn, exposing fresh dirt and rock? Maybe even a little of both. Are there flowers and trees? Or is this a wide open space? Is the sun high in the sky? Or has it already begun to move further down across the sky? Now, moving further down the path, notice this character is the same as before. Although it continues to be strong and confident, moving further down the path, it's missing something. Go back to the list of qualities you had created and find the one listed as top. Which quality had you listed first? Is it still just as important? Or has moving further down the path changed that? Continue to scan the list, starting at the top and moving all the way down to the bottom, choosing the quality you would most like to assign this character right now. And remember, it's just as easy as choosing and assigning. Moving further down the path now. Notice the changes this new quality has instilled in the character. It could be a slight change, or it could make a big difference. But either way, it moves down the path stronger, braver, and more confident than before. Now feel the excitement of adding a new dimension to your character. That's right. It is more fun to move further along the path as you change into the character it needs to become to go on even more adventures. Staying the same is safe, but expanding and growing is even more rewarding. Go ahead and select from the list the next trait you would instill to bring your character even more alive. That's right. It is as easy as choose and install. As you move further down the path, notice the longing to do more and be more. Remember, in the beginning, this avatar had no desire for anything more. But as it moved further down the path, something deep down inside began to grow. Now it wants and needs to use the qualities passed on to it to become even more. Up ahead, the bridge comes into view, and the memories of the desired dream have come into focus. The fear and the excitement come bubbling up all over again. It is right now that you realize that fear and excitement are the exact same emotion, just on opposite ends. While experiencing the emotion as fear, it becomes paralyzing. Experience this emotion as excitement, and it becomes fun and motivating. From this moment on, experience this emotion as motivating. With anticipation, go ahead and move further down, coming even closer to the bridge. You could begin to feel more excitement as you move closer to the bridge, and that is okay. I know you want this spark of excitement to continue to motivate you day after day, and it will. Because you visited this magical space, you created a stronger, braver, and more confident you. Now I want you to notice the bridge once again. Does it look the same as it had when the journey began? Or does it seem to have a different view? I know you're wondering just why it feels so different. If you focus all of your awareness on the bridge right now, you will notice that you are on the other side. Go ahead and look back and see just how far you had traveled. Just a few moments ago, we began the journey. But look just how far we have already come. With the strengths you already possessed and a few qualities you decided to install, you crossed over that bridge with all of the obstacles. Now that you have stepped into the person who can achieve your dream, actively practicing the skill you offer, you continue to grow, exploring even more possibilities. Now that you know how easy it is to create while visiting this magical space, there is no stopping you. Come here with each new bridge that you come to, because all paths lead to more bridges, and that is something to be excited about. Know that when you reach out to me for help, that you need to cross over from wanting to being, I will be there to assist you. Whether it is getting to the bridge, crossing the bridge, in between bridges, I have a program just for you. See me immediately to schedule your first discovery session so I can help you create that space to step into the person you desire to become each step of the way. In a moment, I will count up to 5. With each count up, you will become more aware and ready to finish what we've started here today. 1, feeling more excited when you are ready, when you arrived here today. Become more aware. 2, feeling stronger, braver, more confident, and ready. Become more aware. Becoming more aware of yourself in the room. Beginning to stretch and smile. Move around a little bit more. And all the way up now, eager to grow. So we'll just give people a couple of minutes. Thank you. That was a lot of fun for me. Enjoyed it. If any of you are interested in contacting Modify My Mind, you can leave your name and number and your email address on the piece of paper and pick up one of my cards. Thank you.